Yogi Clan, welcome back to Yogi Cycle Service. Now you may be wondering, why do I have my helmet that I just got in like March or April time frame and my wife's hairdryer on the table? Let me show you. Let me tell you why. 2 weeks ago, I was riding to Iron Saggy. It was 28 degrees out. I'm thinking I got this nice, warm, comfy helmet on that I really like. I really enjoy the modular helmet. And then when I was sitting at a traffic light, I was noticing, it's starting to get foggy in here. It's starting to fog up. I thought, well, maybe it's just my glasses. So I put up the front of the helmet like this and looked out and went, nope, it's not my glasses. And I pulled it down and realized it's the windshield. Now, if you remember from my last video, this windshield's not supposed to do that. And why is that? Let's take it apart. I'll show you why. This windshield has what's called the Pinlock system on it. Now, the problem that I've noticed is when it's flat, it's stuck to the visor, but you hear that rattle? If you look really closely, you can see the gap. The gap. Right here. See that? See that gap? Look at that. That's where all the fog is getting up in. I thought, well, why on earth would it be doing that? I thought, well, I did have this helmet I've been using during the North Carolina summer, and when I park, sometimes I just leave the visor up like that. Or maybe I rode and the visor was up like that. I think what happened is the heat came, and this thing, you know, it likes being flat. That way, when you put it in the helmet, it compresses it up against this windshield and gives you the seal that you need to keep fog out. I think I've lost that seal because I think it got hot and I think it sagged. And now that it's cold outside, I can really feel the sag. I thank you for joining Yogi Cycle Service. I am your host, Yogi. Here at Yogi Cycle Service, we talk about everything motorcycle related, whether it's service, repairs, maintenance, fixes, whatever it is, product reviews, we talk about it here at Yogi Cycle Service as long as it's motorcycle related or maybe it's Yogi related. If you like this video, I ask you to do me a huge favor. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you are new here, hey, check out some of my other videos. If you like what you see, give a brother some love, mash that subscribe button, and check out some of my other videos. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can get this out of here. All right, so if you look, it now has a natural curve. It's not supposed to have that. It is really supposed to be flat like this. That way, when you put it in there, it sucks it tight to the windshield. So what I think we're gonna have to do is take Mama's hairdryer. I have set the heat to high and we're gonna turn it on low. We're gonna do a little experiment. We're gonna try to see if we can get this flat again. If we can get it flat again, then we'll reinstall it in the windshield and see if it'll again be back to the way that it should have been. So let's go ahead and start warming this up and see what happens. We're just going to turn it on medium because we don't want to blow it away. I have no clue if this is going to work. It was just a thought I had while riding home today and talking to another fella. Look at that. It's flattening it out. I would keep moving this hairdryer around because you don't want to melt it. That would be bad. Holy cow, it worked. What? Yeah, Joker's pretty hot. I wonder if I can flatten it with something. Yeah, you want to be really careful because it looked like this little seal over here was starting to melt a little bit. It did kind of curve it. Thinking a piece of wood would kind of help flatten it. Incidentally, the hairdryer has helped me put on tires in the winter too. You know, sometimes, especially when mounting a car tire to a motorcycle rim, in the winter, that tire is cold, it doesn't want to move, or even just a regular motorcycle tire. It's cold, it doesn't want to move. And when you put the hairdryer on it, it really softens that rubber up, and as you're putting PSI in the tire, it'll pop and it'll seat the bead. Hairdryer comes in handy. It helped me seat motorcycle tires, car tires. It helped me seat the car tires of my daughter's Ford Escape the other day. Because it was 28 degrees out and I'm trying to change tires, and those tires have been sitting outside all night long, and in the morning I'm trying to change tires. Those jokers are hard as heck. So we used a hairdryer to soften them up. There's your little tip for the day. All right, we got this fairly flat now. Look at that. Back to flat. So, let's see, the Pinlock symbol was on the right. So we're gonna put this in here. We're gonna see if we can get this side back in over here and then see if it'll snap back. Get it to snap. Oh, look at that. And look, it's back on. I think for the most part, it seemed like it's no more gap. Check that, it worked. And it's not perfect, but darn, it's not like it was either. There we go, Yogi clan. I think I got the, no, it's still a little off. Let's see, let's pull it back off, see if it reshaped. I was trying to let it cool for a little while. It's still pretty flat. It's not perfect. Probably if you could heat it up and flatten it out, which maybe I'll try to do at a future time, because these things are like 25 bucks. They're not cheap. If you look, it does move in here a little bit, so it is definitely not laying flush again. I think really a solution is to kind of heat it up again, but you probably need two surfaces to be able to press it back together, and that way it completely compresses it flat again. But I think it'll work, but it's not. You can see if I move it with my thumb, there is some movement, so the seal is not really there anymore. Ah, it was worth a shot though, right? So try it out, but I would suggest probably, like I said, probably having two flat surfaces that you can compress it and try to get a better seal than what I had. So I didn't really have a way to compress it. Let's put it on and try, see what happens. All right, here we go. Let's breathe, see if we fog. Nope, that was my glasses. Still works. So Yogi Clan, it does appear that it is working better than it did before, certainly, but it is not perfect, but I think I'm onto something there. And I think if you can figure out a way how to heat it up with a hairdryer so it's not too hot, you know, feel it, get it a little bit warm, compress the two together with, I mean, it's hard to find two books that are that big. You might need some light pieces of like a smooth plywood that won't scratch it, but you want to be careful though, because I think that's a silicone seal. You don't want to crush the silicone seal on the inside that goes up against your visor, but it does seem like it's better. Certainly it's not perfect, but I think we're on to something. I think that tip may help you if you got the sags in your Pinlock system to help kind of give it maybe just a little bit more life so it lasts just a little bit longer. All right, Yogi Clan, thank you for coming by for this tip. I hope it helps you, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, y'all. Peace.